Hello there, happy Friday to you.
Thank God.
Welcome, yes, TGIF. Welcome to the end of your week. I am here with Dr. Murphy, and he is answering your questions on a few topics that I have condensed down to the ones that I think are the best.
Great.
Are you ready? All right, so this is how it works. You ask, I ask him, he answers. Hopefully, you share this post. Everybody.
This is so painful. Please hurry.
I just want to rake this pin down your arm. Are you ready? Hey, that's a good thumbnail, as punching at each other.
Yeah, don't remember bringing Landry again.
Yeah,
Raleigh,
whatever her name is. One of the grandbabies. So violent. Okay, are you ready?
Ready, let's go.
Okay, so this is my question to you. So, it's getting ready to be flu season. Some people are already starting to get sick. Some people believe in vaccinations. Some people don't. You think the flu vaccine is a little silly. But my big question is, how is it that some people, whether it's the elderly or even children, there have been some cases of children already dying from the flu this year.
Not many, though.
No, very few, but why is that? So when you tell someone the flu vaccine is sort of a silly thing, but then yet there are some kids who die because they get the flu,
right.
They might have gotten it anyway.
Right. Typically those kids, and even in the elderly, they actually have an underlying problems. They don't breathe well, cystic fibrosis, elderly COPD, emphysema, anything that tips them over the edge that makes them a little bit worse than they already are will have more problems. And what the flu virus does, which is more crazy than anything, it sets up what they call a total body inflammatory response. So you not only get inflammation in your lungs, you have it in your blood vessels, you have it in your liver, your brain, everywhere. So it's the inflammatory response from the flu. If we could buffer the inflammatory response from the flu and just let the virus go through our body and not cause inflammation, we'd be fine. So yeah, that's really what it is, the inflammatory response from it.
So here's my question.
So a child with asthma, okay, that would normally have trouble breathing with hay fever, pollen, stuff like that. All of a sudden they get into a flu, it's a double whammy. Now they got pollen, flu, breathing in some, peanut dust or whatever. Well, it makes it a whole lot worse. And that's how they die of respiratory distress.
Yikes, okay.
They die because they can't breathe.
So it's not necessarily the flu, it's other things.
The reactions that occur because of the flu.
Okay.
The virus itself, I don't think can kill you. It's the inflammatory response from it.
Yeah.
So young, healthy adults that have a normal functioning immune system that do not have asthma or any other underlying, what they call immunocompromised diseases, they get sick for a couple days and get over it.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
Okay. I have a weird question for you, because I was just listening.
This is so surprised. You got a weird question for me.
I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast this morning, and they had a scientist on there, and she was talking about the keto diet and the carnivore diet and some of that kind of stuff. But they were talking specifically about fasting, and she was talking about how fasting can help reduce your body's natural inflammatory response to these types of things, or just being inflamed in general. Is that true?
I would say
would that help?
Well, I think it's true.
Fasting?
Well, yes, I do think it's true, but not from that crazy reason. When you're fasting, you actually secrete a lot of cortisol, prednisolone, other hormones that are naturally occurring in your adrenal glands, and that does buffer your immune inflammatory response. So the answer to it is yes, but not for, that seems like a real simplistic explanation, but it's not. But the answer is true. Should have been a Mythbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting.
Yes.
So if you get the flu, you don't necessarily want to go fasting or anything, or do you?
No, you want to stay hydrated more than anything.
But so you can drink water just if you don't eat.
Sure.
You could fast.
Yes.
And that would help with the inflammation stuff.
That was a true or false question. That would be true.
Weird.
Yeah, but now how true is it? Maybe a little bit. But
it's not exactly something you'd want to go giving advice for people to do that.
No.
It could work, but...
But if it was on a test, it was true or false, I'd have to say at this point in time what our knowledge base is for what our understanding of what the flu does. The answer is true.
Yeah, but not recommended.
No, not really. Because when you run a fever, okay, so I'll give you an example. If it was a child and say he weighed 60 pounds, okay? If you ran a fever of 2 degrees Fahrenheit, this child is going to need probably 200 to 300 calories a day more because of his heat generation.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not as
There's a little more to it.
Yeah, it's not as simple as you think. But overall, does running a fever, having the flu, intermittent fasting cause you to become more immune to it? The answer is yes.
Weird.
That is weird.
Science. Hashtag science.
I don't know, crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's not as simple as people think.
Never is.
No, it's incredibly complicated.
And that's why you're a doctor and I'm the question asker.
No, that's why I'm the doctor and you're the freaking idiot asking questions.
Okay, before we get too crazy over here, let's move on to your next question.
Oh, great.
Because I can't handle this abuse from you right
Oh.
now. I'm too fragile.
Oh.
Okay, your next question is this. Meghan Markle.
Hang on a second.
Oh, is this for my tears? Oh, my tears. Okay, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are on a tour. They're in Australia right now, okay? And I love Meghan Markle. Congratulations, girl, on your pregnancy. I'm so excited for her. And so, but the thing is, she's pregnant and she's traveling somewhere where they haven't died.
Does this have any relevance to why I have to be
Yes,
here today?
but I had to tell you that so that you know
We're going to give you the front story.
she's pregnant and she's in Australia
okay.
and Fiji and the Tonga, and there's
Wish I
travel.
was there
Yeah,
right now.
so you could see her.
No.
So you weren't with me. But the thing is, they've advised, there's a travel advisory against going to these countries because of, you know, especially with pregnant women, Zika virus.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So,
I don't think Zika is as
what do you
prevalent.
think?
Well, I don't think Zika is as prevalent over there as it is in the Caribbean.
well, probably not
In
as
South
prevalent,
America.
but it's still, they would advise against
Causes
a
a lot of
pregnant
birth.
woman
Yeah.
traveling there. But Meghan Markle, she went for it.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently they looked into it and they said they felt like they were pretty fine with it.
Well, I don't think they're
She's
probably
12 weeks
sleeping
along.
I don't think she's sleeping in a tent out on the beach.
I doubt it.
No, they're probably sleeping in a 5-star hotel, you know, that's got
Yeah.
mosquito repellent.
Somewhere me and you would never be allowed to go.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, at least you.
Yeah, for sure not me.
Yeah,
They'd be
yeah.
like, this stalker, get her out of here.
But no, the Zika virus, I mean, it causes a lot of birth abnormalities. It causes what they call a microencephalopathy, which is the brain doesn't grow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Leads to horrible, you know, childhood disease. I mean, they're pretty
If
much.
even just death in general, like most
Yes.
most kids just die right off the bat.
Yes.
After,
Yeah. Well, they're
Or
so.
born dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Spontaneous abortions from it.
Gosh. But she's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So good news, everybody.
Yeah. But it's more. I think it's more prevalent in South America and the Caribbean. I think
Yeah,
it is over
I
the
think so.
Pacific.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, it's a horrible virus. Zika.
Yeah. Yeah. I went to Mexico.
There's that other one too down there too that is in the Caribbean. I don't want to butcher the name because it's kind of a cool name. Chickamauga.
Really?
Yeah, Chickamauga
What the heck
virus.
is that?
Well, it's a virus along the same lines, although it gives you an illness for about 3 weeks. You feel like
Hallucinate.
No, it gives you a viral illness.
Oh, I think you said hallucinate.
It gives you a viral illness for about 3 weeks, and you feel like hell. But there's some long-term side effects from it.
Really?
Yeah, you get some polio, some numbness,
Really?
weakness from it, residual effects from it. But yeah.
Wow.
That's from the Caribbean as well. So
That's
all you
awesome.
people that want to go to the Honduras and
Don't do it.
Cancun and everything, cross your fingers.
I went to Cancun a while back.
That it does. I was just trying to beat me to the punchline. Yeah.
I know where you're going now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those are your questions.
Great.
I was going to ask you another one, but we're kind of long into it. And it can wait till next week.
Great. See you next Friday.
See you next Friday. Have a good weekend.